Daniel had been a single father for 11 years, but to his daughter Emma, he was just ordinary. Too ordinary. Too strict. Too simple. He worked at a small printing warehouse during the day and drove deliveries at night. By the time he came home, his back looked more tired than his voice. Emma was 16 now. She had started comparing him to other dads' sharp suits, modern cars, confident smiles. Her father wore the same old jacket every winter. That evening she asked for the latest phone. "Everyone in my class upgraded," she said casually, scrolling on her cracked screen. Daniel looked at her for a moment, then nodded softly. "Maybe next month." To Emma, it sounded like another excuse. To Daniel, it was another silent promise. The next morning at school, Emma sat with her friend Chloe during lunch. Chloe noticed she was unusually quiet. Dad said no again. Chloe asked gently, already knowing the answer. Emma sighed. "He always says next month. It's embarrassing sometimes. Everyone else has more." Chloe didn't respond immediately. She just looked at Emma for a few seconds, not judging, not agreeing. "My dad left when I was 8, Chloe said softly. "I don't even remember how his voice sounded. When I see your dad waiting outside school every day, I kind of wish someone waited for me like that." Emma tried to laugh it off. "Yeah, but waiting outside doesn't buy things," she said, though her voice didn't sound as confident as before. Chloe leaned forward. "He works 2 jobs, Emma. My mum told me. She sees him leaving before sunrise and coming back after midnight." Emma blinked. 2 jobs. "He never remarried either," Chloe added quietly. "He's only 40. He could have started over, but he didn't. You know why? Because he didn't want anyone to treat you differently." For the first time, Emma felt something unfamiliar. Not guilt exactly, but discomfort, like she had been looking at the wrong side of the picture. That evening, Emma came home earlier than usual. The house was quiet. Her father's old jacket was hanging near the door, still slightly damp from the morning rain. She was about to go to her room when she heard a cough from the kitchen. Not loud, not dramatic, just tired. She stepped closer without making noise. Her father was sitting at the table, counting a few folded bills and coins carefully, almost like he was calculating something important. Beside the money was a small notebook. Emma had never seen it before. She moved slightly and noticed numbers written on different pages. School fees, electricity, groceries, and her name written several times next to different expenses. At the bottom of one page, in slightly messy handwriting, it said, "New shoes for Emma, save this month." She didn't say it, but I know she wants them. Emma stood frozen for a moment, staring at the notebook. Each carefully tracked expense, each small sacrifice, each silent promise. It all added up. She felt a pang in her chest, a mix of guilt and awe. All this time, she had thought he didn't care, but he had been giving everything without asking, without complaining. She quietly walked to the living room, where Daniel was sorting some old packages for tomorrow's deliveries. She touched his shoulder lightly. He looked up, surprised. "Everything okay?" Emma didn't say anything at first. She simply hugged him tightly. Daniel froze for a second, then slowly wrapped his arms around her. No words were needed. In that silence, she understood everything. The next morning at school, Emma found Chloe waiting for her at the bench. She sat down quietly, her mind still replaying the notebook. Chloe smiled gently. "So, what do you think now?" Emma hesitated. I think I judged him too harshly. I never knew he worked so much, that he's been saving for me this whole time." Chloe nodded. "I told you, I don't have a dad. If I could swap lives with you for one day, I'd be grateful just for one hug like that." Emma felt tears prick her eyes. She whispered, "I get it now. It's not about money or gifts. It's about him being here always." When she returned home, Daniel was exhausted from his night shift. He collapsed briefly on the couch, too tired even to notice her walking in. Emma quietly prepared breakfast, simple, but made with care. She placed it on the table and sat beside him, letting him see her small gesture without words. Daniel glanced at the plate, then at her, confusion crossing his tired features. "What's this for?" Emma smiled softly, almost shyly. "Just thank you, Dad." Daniel reached out and held her hand, eyes misty. No words, no lectures, just understanding. In that moment, Emma knew that love, sacrifice, and presence mattered more than anything she had ever wanted.